Hey everybody, Spencer Jones here with Jones In to Get Fit, bringing you our live cooking show. That's right, bringing you our live cooking show from the Jones In kitchen. And this week, it's going to be a delicious recipe. It's going to be so amazing. It's going to be so warm, so hearty. It's going to be the perfect recipe for these cool fall days. Now, I don't know how it is where you are, but here in Wisconsin, it's finally starting to cool off. Feels like fall. We've had 50s pretty consistently, maybe some 60s a little bit, but we're enjoying this cool weather. And when I think cool weather and fall, a couple meals come to mind. Chili's one of them, but another one is stew. That's right, beef stew. It's so delicious. And so today we are going to make a healthy, delicious beef stew. And it's gonna be really super easy to make, but it takes time. So this recipe, you can't do, a half hour before dinner. It doesn't work quite like that one. This one, it takes about a half hour to cook, then you gotta let it just sit on the stove for about an hour and a half or so, and then you can finish it up. So what I'm doing, it's 6 o'clock p.m. here in Wisconsin right now as we're recording this, right? Or as we're live on Facebook. So what we're doing is I'm getting it ready, and it'll be ready tonight, having something else for dinner after the show. And then I'll be able to have this for lunches all week long, or dinners all week long. Haven't decided yet. Lunch, dinner, I don't know. But it's gonna be one of them, and it's gonna be freaking delicious. All right, so stew. I'm gonna show you what you need to make this stew. If you're curious, if you don't just wanna listen to it, check out our blog. Just Google Jones In to Get Fit and blog. It's on Blogger. You can check it out, and that's where I put the ingredient list. So I have an ingredient list, boom, 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 and then you watch a video of how to make it. So that way, you're set to rock and roll. All right, what you're gonna need. You are going to need some olive oil. Whoa, crazy olive oil. All right, 4 stalks of celery chopped up. Okay, hint, this is like episode of 4. 4. That's what you're gonna need. So 4 things of celery right there. Boom. All right. 4 carrots, about medium-sized carrots chopped up. 4 cloves of garlic. You sensing a theme here of 4? Now, not 4 onions. Sorry, that one's kind of a lie. It's just 1 large onion. Probably just 2 small, 2 medium. But I have 1 large onion. Then we're back to 4. 4 medium tomatoes. 4 red potatoes. Now, with the red potatoes, you could easily use a sweet potato if that's something you like. Sweet potatoes are an awesome choice. A little bit higher in fiber even, but we're going red potatoes because we love them. And you're gonna need some black pepper. You're gonna need some smoked paprika. If you don't have smoked paprika, you can just use regular paprika, that's fine. You are going to need 8, so that's 4 times 2, 8 cups of beef broth, unsalted if you can, or low sodium if possible. So unsalted best. And then about 1.5 pounds of stew meat. Now the goal with the stew meat is to get the lean kind of meat, right? You want it lean, you want it mean, you want it all ready to rock and roll. So that's your goal of what you need. Let's get the camera over here a little bit. Let me turn on the light so we get a little bit better focus in, so you're not as blinded, so you can see a little bit better. Okay, so, and look, there's light. Oh. So first thing you need to get your big kettle on. I don't know if you saw, you can see this over here. Of course you can, because it's on the screen. A big kettle. So you need a big kettle. And you are going to turn that on high. All right, so keep it on high, let it go for a little bit. As that's heating up, we're going to put about 1 tablespoon, maybe a little bit more, of olive oil in the bottom. I'm using a non-stick one, but if you have an aluminum pan, that's all good. There we go. It's about 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. Boom. We're going to let that heat up, and then we're going to get our stew meat. So, again, stew meat, about 1.5 pounds. You want it lean. Now, I got this from Festival Foods. I don't know if you saw, like, the brands of stuff, right? I shop all over, wherever I can get it, wherever's best. So, you're looking for stew meat. You could make it with chicken. You could make it, with turkey or lamb or whatever else. That's totally cool. We're using beef for this one, and you're looking for the lean stew meat. And we're gonna really help break it down here. So olive oil is in our big kettle heating up, and we're gonna put this in there. So we're gonna drop it in. I have 2 packages here of stew meat. One in. You hear the sizzle. Oh, you know it means it's heated up, ready to rock and roll. Drop out our second one. Come on, there we go. Okay, let me rinse off my hands real quick, because that's all gross and with the blood everywhere. So, our meat's in there. We're gonna move it around so it just gets on the burner, or on the bottom of the pan, so it all cooks. If it's a little bit over, that's all right. And now we're just gonna let it sit. Now it's on high. We're just gonna let that puppy sit there. We're not gonna churn it, we're not gonna spin it. What we want is for the fat to start melting a little bit and to let the tendons loosen up in the meat, right? That's what makes it so buttery, silky, amazing meat when you when you bite into your stew. So we're gonna let it stay here. You should see like almost like water come out into it, and then the water's gonna start bubbling. When you start hearing the sizzle, like it's browning, when it starts sizzling, then you know it's done, right? So then you want to start spinning it, mixing it up, browning up the other sides with it. So you just let that sit. As this is sitting, we got to finish up our cutting here. I'm going to move these over there. So I have almost everything set. We're going to just cut up our red potatoes. I had almost everything set before the show except red potatoes, and well, it's mowing the lawn. So mowing the lawn kind of took precedence over prepping a little bit here, but that's all right. We can cut and talk, right? As our stew meat's browning. So as I mentioned earlier, this is not a recipe that you want to, you have to plan ahead, I should say. You can't just whip this one out in like a half hour for your dinner or for your family. You want to plan this one out, think ahead a little bit. But you think ahead and you make a big portion like this, because it's only Katie and I here at our house. So with a big portion like this, that means we'll have stew for like the next week. Or we make it, better yet, we freeze it then, right? And then we can have it throughout all of winter. It's gonna be delicious. So, got the red potatoes here, just chopping them up in bigger chunks. Everything else you see behind me, all those other ingredients are all just chopped. The only one that's a little bit more finely chopped are the cloves of garlic, because, you know, if you're like me, I'm not a huge fan of just biting into a big clove of garlic. Not my cup of tea. So, yeah, I dice them. If you have like a Ninja or some kind of food processor, you can easily stick all those ingredients in there as well and process it up. But I just like using the knife. Works almost as quickly. And you get to hold something sharp, you know, that's always fun. All right, let me show you what I'm talking about here with the stew. So the water starts coming out of the stew. I don't know if you can see in there. You can see it start bubbling up, right? See the red meat, it's bubbling up. That's the water escaping that. So that's okay that the water's doing that. You want to let it do that and let it just keep watering until you start hearing that reduce down, and then it starts to sizzle. That's when you know it's done. Let me bring you up here so you know, see a little more of my head not kind of cut off all the way. All right, so as we're prepping this and set to go, I have a question for all of you, and that is, what do you like to see on this cooking show? I appreciate all of you tuning in. You are all rock stars, first of all, for tuning in. Thank you very much for tuning in. But what else would you like to see, right? We got stew. It's coming on chili season. We can make chili. Got some Halloween recipes coming up next week and the week after. Should be pretty amazing for Halloween. But, you know, we got Thanksgiving. Maybe you want a healthy thing to bring to a family gathering, or, I don't know, something along those lines. If there's a recipe, if there's a recipe you would like to see, let me know. I'd be more than happy to make it. Maybe it's a challenge. Maybe it's one that's not generally healthy, and we can make it that way. And make it as healthy as we can, at least. All right, food's starting to go. Still running. It takes a little bit of time. So this one, it just takes time, some patience, and we'll be set to go. So also, for the holidays, right? Holidays coming up. Easter. Easter's not like forever until forever yet. But Halloween's coming up, and then Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and that means like candy and pies and deliciousness and stuff that just makes you drool. I'm looking at Katie, and her head's going up and down saying, yes, give me all the sweets in the world because they're delicious. And you know what? It happens, right? So, and you want to indulge, you want to have those fun things, but maybe you want to stick to your diet, you want to be healthy, all right? And make sure that you keep off all the stuff you've worked hard for. I'm going to turn that up just a little bit. It's already on high. So now we got it on uber high, just a little bit. Maybe you want to keep up with those things, or keep up with your diet. Use this recipe, these recipes on the Jones and Fit live cooking show to help you out, to stay healthy, to stay fit, so you can really master your goals. This light's really like making me pale, isn't it? Sorry, sidetrack. Like super pale. Oh, no, I'm like dark. I can't win. Whatever. Light, dark. We'll just deal with it like this. Sorry. We're going through some crazy lighting phases lately. It's like a disco in our house. So, as I said, use these recipes to help you out, but also work out, be healthy, be fit. Hit me up. I would love to help you find a workout that works for you. Not the same one that works for me, or the one that works for me might not work for you. It might, but it might not. So, let me know, because we have a plethora of Beachbody, the company that I love using it to help me out so much, can help you. They have this Beachbody on demand. It is like the Netflix of fitness. Every single workout they have ever created, you can do, right? You can use, and 24/7 access, anywhere you have internet, you're set to rock and roll and bust out a workout. So, if that's something that interests you, hit me up and let me know. I would love to help you go after your goals. So, we're in the kitchen. Barnabas is in here being a jerk. Shocker of shocks. He likes doing that. So I apologize for the noise. All right. Our meat's browning up nicely. It's still not sizzling. The water's still coming out. It's very watery, so it takes a little bit of time. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. We're just going to keep on it going. I turn it on pretty high now, so it starts going down. Once that happens, things are going to move a little bit quicker once it finally browns up. We got to grab a plate because I wasn't totally prepared for that, but that's all right. Said mowing the lawn earlier. Got our plate, and now we're set. So what's going to happen is when the meat's done, you turn it around a couple times, then we're going to transfer it over to the plate. We're going to keep all the tasty goodness and stuff that's in there, that caramelized to the bottom, in there, and then we're going to add in all of our other ingredients, reduce that down, and have ourselves a tasty stew. All right, we're cooking up here. Starting to sizzle just a little bit. I'm going to let it go just a hair so it's browning on one side. Remember, I didn't stir them yet. I switched them around a little bit because I got excited. That's about it. All right, so we're letting it cook. It's not going to take too much longer. As we're waiting for this, I know I've been talking a lot here. We're just trying to give it time to cook. I want to show you these two awesome things I got from a friend of mine today. So, you know me, right? You're watching this live cooking show. If you watched my personal Facebook page, if you watched the Jones and Get Fit page, you know that I am a huge kayak fisherman. I love kayak fishing. I know many of you do. If you do, put it in the comments below. I'd love to see. Show me a picture of you and your catch in your kayak. That'd be awesome. Well, you also know, if you watch my page, I'm a huge lover of coffee. Like, ridiculous. I am a coffee fanatic, 24/7. Literally, I'll drink it right before I go to bed. It doesn't affect my sleep yet. It'll probably bite me in the butt soon, but it hasn't yet. So, in any case, another fellow kayak angler, Chad Brock, and one of his friends started this company called Cast Coffee Company. Now, he's not paying me to say any of this stuff. I just want to give him a shout out. I got these in the mail today, and they are kayak fisherman's coffee, right? Fishing coffee for the kayak fishermen, or just, fishermen in general. But we're cool. We're kayak fishermen, so that's who it's for. We have a spinnerbait, Cast Coffee Company spinnerbait. This is their medium roast. It's a whole bean, 12-ounce bag. I can't wait to try it. Just got in the mail today. You can hear it. It smells flippin' amazing. So we got the spinnerbait. Who doesn't want to chomp down on a spinnerbait? You reel that sucker in. Spinnerbait in the morning. As you're reeling in a spinnerbait, could be delicious. Then we have a dark roast called, get it in the camera frame, buzzbait. Woo! So buzzbait, dark roast. Oh, can you just imagine? Early mornings, right? You love the buzzbait bite in the morning. Oh, you cast out, reel in, huge splash, that bass, that pike just jump on it, that redfish hit your top water. I've never used a buzzbait for a redfish, but I imagine you could. I don't see why not. And they smash it, right? And then you just have a sip of coffee after you got your picture of your fish. Incredible. Anyway, Cast Coffee Company. Find them on Facebook. Give them a like. And check out their coffee if you get the chance. I'm really excited. I'm going to be making some here tonight for myself. And then having some tomorrow. You know, like tasty stuff. Alright. Now, getting back to the stew. We're getting back here to the reason for the live cooking show. Our stew meat, first of all, right? We put a little bit of olive oil and we slid it in there, and then it started the water coming up. The water started boiling and it started tenderizing the meat even more. And now it's bubbling. And what happened is, as it reduced itself down, right, it started to brown the meat, right? It started to really sizzle it up and brown the meat. So then, that's when you start churning the meat. This is how you get it really brown on all sides, freaking delicious and tender and amazing. As you're doing this, you're going to notice that the bottom of your pan, even in a non-stick kettle like this, the bottom of it is going to get caramelized with this brown stuff, right? All that tasty, ooey deliciousness from the meat is now in the bottom of the pan. I don't know if you can hear it sizzling back there. It smells freaking amazing in the house already, doesn't it, Katie? Yeah, she's over here. It sounds good. Oh man, you know what? It's so good. I'm going to show you how beautiful this thing looks. It's just gorgeous. Let me bring you on over here, Jones' Kitchen. Boom. Check that out. Here, turn light. Maybe that'll help. A little brighter. There we go. Kind of red, but we're fogging up the camera. Oh. That's all right. You're back. You're defogged. It's okay. Don't be insulted. It's okay. Okay. We're ready to rock and roll. Our meat's cooking here. I'm going to take it out in just a little bit. It's going to be mostly cooked through. It doesn't need to be all the way cooked because you're still going to cook it more, but you want it mostly cooked through before you take it out. Nice and browned up. So, you have a couple tasks here, folks, as you're watching the show, whether you're watching this on YouTube or on Facebook right now, live, or later when it's not live, right? You have a couple tasks. First task, tell me what kind of cooking shows you would like to see, right? What recipes would you like me to make? Put it in the comments below. Show this with your family, kids. Maybe they have suggestions. That's how we got taco spaghetti from before, right? Awesome recipe as well. Delicious. So share with your family. Second task. I know, I'm a teacher. I give you homework. I know, I get it. Your second task is to, if you're a kayak fisherman, to first put a picture of you and your awesome catch in the comments below, right? If you're on YouTube, tag us in a picture. Post you in a picture of you and your catch in your kayak, right? On social media, tag Jones and Get Fit in the picture. I would love to see your pictures. I might even take one of my own then right with you and say, hey, that's awesome. And check out the Cast Coffee Company. I'm so excited. We get help on another kayak fisherman. It's another kayak fisherman's business. Let's help each other, right? This is what the community is about. I'm here to help you get healthy, fit, and happy and healthy. She's going to make sure that you get your coffee fix in the day so you can keep chasing your passions. And together, we can help you go after your passions too, man. All right. Our meat is going to be done here in like 30 seconds. It's really sizzling up now. It's getting pretty hot and heated in here, if you know what I mean, with the meat cooking. Oh, snap! I just said that. All right. Wait. You can stretch. Oh, you know, it's at points like these, times like this, I should say. I have these handy. When you should have like dumbbells in the kitchen, right? You're just like, oh, just waiting for my stew meat to be done. You get a pump on. You know what? You don't even need much weight. All you gotta do is just flex. Keep it flex, like, oh yeah. Oh man, that buzz bait. Let's get this one. Spinner bait over here. Oh, good workout. Whew. Gotta fit it in when you carry, you know, those extra little reps. Show off these cannons a little bit. Alright, we're just gonna turn on our heat just a little bit for now and let it stay on. Our meat's done. I'm not gonna be here sizzling. I mean, all beautiful in there. Oh no, my battery's dying. Oh no. Hopefully we have enough for the show. We should, hopefully. We're just gonna slide the meat out here onto our, what do we call it? Our plate. That's what it's called. Our plate. And then we're going to add our onions. So remember, 1 large onion chopped up. Get that all out of there. Beautiful. We're going to add your garlic. All minced up garlic. That's 4 cloves of garlic. Our 4 carrots, all mixed up. Our 4 pieces of celery, chopped up, and our tomatoes. Actually, I lied. I'm not going to put in tomatoes. I lied. I don't want to put them in yet. I'm not that excited yet. So we're going to use our smoked paprika. I just got to take the seal off. Just got this one today because I ran on my old one. So we got our smoked paprika. You're going to want 1 teaspoon of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the Jones to get fit way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's about 1 teaspoon. Again, a teaspoon of black pepper. You're gonna the Jones to get fit way. Sure, that looks like about 1 teaspoon. And it's glorious. Isn't that fun? If you have salt, you add a little salt. I'm not going to, so I might add a little bit, but I'm not thinking. I'm just going to stir this around. As I'm stirring it around, I'm getting all of that tastiness, all that caramelized stuff from the meat off of the bottom, a little bit from the side here from when I put it in on the plate. Letting all that goodness go right here. I'm going to turn this back on high so we can really start going after it. And as that's cooking, I'm going to add about 1 cup or so of broth. So just 1 cup or so of broth. If you're putting something in the comments now, I'm sorry, I can't see it. For some reason, it's not letting me, so I apologize, but I would definitely will respond after that, after the show. So I'm going to add about 1 cup of the unsalted broth. All right, that'll help get the flavor in. Now, this is a point, if you wanted to add in some red wine, you totally can. You could add in about 1/2 cup of red wine. I would do that before you put in the broth and let that simmer down, right? So it's going to break up the alcohol in the coffee, or the coffee, there you go, alcohol in the wine, and also just the tannins in it, and make it even smoother and really get soaked into the vegetables. So if you'd like to, totally can. I'm choosing not to, but you can do that if you'd like with red wine. Put that in there, let that reduce down, and then add your cup of, broth. So I'll show you what this looks like in here. Look at that. Oh yeah, it's so delicious, isn't it? Looks delicious. Smells delicious. All cooking away up there on this stove top. So again, this recipe takes some time, it takes some care, some loving, but you do this right, you make a big batch, you will be eating well for a week plus, right, or a family for a couple days, depending how much you want to make. Now this is going to be, oh god goodness, probably 6 to 8 meals for Katie and I, to be perfectly honest. So you're going to use that to gauge how much you eat. Now, if you follow the Fixate cooking plan, or eating plan, 2 cups of this, so a 2-cup serving, right, that's a pretty massive amount. 2-cup serving equals 1.5 proteins, if you're following that, 1/2 of a vegetable, and 1/2 of a starch. 1/2 of a starch, people! I mean, seriously? This is ridiculous. Alright, our cup of broth is reduced down pretty low right now. You don't want the vegetables to burn, but we want that broth to reduce pretty well. And I'm just mixing it up in here, making sure that the vegetables don't brown up and get burnt, and let that cook. So we're almost done there. Now I'm going to add our tomatoes. They're fresh tomatoes, chopped up again. We have 4 of them. We're going to stir those suckers in. Oh yeah. Okay, so now those are in there. The broth is almost all gone. It's reduced down because I have it on high heat. So then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, look at this. Look at this delicious meat of mine. Look at my meat. That's what I just told you. Oh, crazy. Anyway, here's our wonderful and delicious stew meat. And we're going to put this in. I'm going to put it in before I put the broth in because I just don't want it to splash around. Now, I will give, I found this recipe from I can think of it honestly, from the Fixate cooking show on Beachbody On Demand, that Netflix of fitness I talked about. If you want access to that, watch a cooking show. There's a free trial for it. I can help hook you up with that. If you want to try workouts, I can help you out with that. There's free trials and all that. Anyway, they have this cooking show. That's where they let me have this recipe. So, Bobby Calabrese and Autumn Calabrese, thank you very much for sharing these recipes and letting me use them for my cooking show. So, we already used 1 cup of broth. Now we're going to use the other 7 that we have. Each of these holds about 4 cups. I'm just going to rinse off the plate with the broth and just add the rest in. Now let's say all of a sudden you have more people come over, right? Or you like it, it's not a soup, it's more of a stew, so you don't want a ton of liquid in it. But if you want more, then you can add more or whatnot. Or if you want less, use less broth. If for whatever reason, like all of a sudden people are coming over, just add a little more water to it and you can make it work. Remember, it's going to reduce it up a little bit. So we have everything in here. We have the garlic, the onions, the celery, the tomatoes. I'm missing something. Garlic, onions, carrots, stew meat in here. All right. So that's all set. Now we're going to add our red potatoes. So 4 red potatoes, about medium-sized red potatoes. In here, you can use a sweet potato if you want. That's totally cool. Mix it all up. I'm going to show you what this looks like because it looks freaking delicious. All right. Bring you over here. One last trip over here and we're almost done for right now. Check out our stew. How delicious does that look? Amazing. Woo. So our stew right there, what you're going to do, I'll set that down so I can work it a little bit here, is you're going to want to mostly cover it, but a little bit so some steam can escape. All right, we're going to turn it on, I want it to simmer. So it's a big pot, it's half full right now, so it's up to there with just stew. So 40% full with stew. So you can stir it occasionally. Basically, you want this thing to get about simmer. So whatever it takes, mine's probably going to be about a medium high to stay simmering for this massive amount in there. So we're going to let that simmer for about an hour and a half. And really what you're looking for is first the stew meat to be really soft, right? Your meat that you're using, and your potatoes to be soft. That's something you really just want to watch out for. Make sure that they're nice and soft and delicious. Then, when that happens, you're going to mix up equal parts cornstarch to like lukewarm water. So 2 teaspoons for this amount here. I would use 2 teaspoons cornstarch and 2 teaspoons water. You mix that together in a little bowl, and then you add it in and you stir it in. That'll help thicken that gravy a little bit, so it's more the stew meat, more so it's more like stew and not like soup. So there we go, folks. That's how you make stew. That's how you make stew in a healthy way. The Jones in a Get Fit way. The Autumn Calabrese and Bobby Calabrese from Fix It way. This stuff, freaking healthy, freaking delicious. Easy to make for you and your family. You guys can do this. I would love to see you make this recipe or any of our recipes. Take us, make it, take pictures of it, take a video, take us when you post that sucker up to social media. Take Jones in a Get Fit. Or me, Spencer Jones. I'd love to see it. I really appreciate you watching and hanging out with me tonight on another Monday night or whenever you're watching the show. Thank you so much for taking the time. Please like and subscribe. Like this video, share it out. First of all, I would really appreciate that. And make sure you subscribe to us on Facebook. Just go on Facebook, on YouTube. I can't talk. jump on YouTube and make sure you give us a subscribe if you can. That'd be awesome. And like our videos and see what we got. We have so many. We have over 50 recipes. Over 50. What? One of those ways. Anyway, 50. So check us out, subscribe, have fun. Thank you so much. We'll be posting pictures of this up later tonight in about an hour and a half or so when it's ready to go. All right, folks, have a great night. Enjoy it. Be happy, be healthy, be fit. Let me know if you want help to get fit because I'm here to help you. All right, guys, we'll catch you later.